Why is Michael Saylor selling something? You're going to be really interested in this. But first, I have a lot of news to cover. So we have $1.4 billion patient capital management. They just filed with the SEC to buy Bitcoin ETF with up to 15% of its Opportunity Trust Fund. That's huge, guys. This is beyond huge, all right? This is retail getting into this space in a big way, more than just the 1% to 2%. You know how, investment funds are like, maybe we'll get a 1% or whatever. So this percentage is the portfolio allocation of Bitcoin or Bitcoin related financial products or derivatives, whatever it is. It's just Bitcoin related products. That's pretty big, but the only thing is they're never going to really own their own keys. And they're never really going to understand Bitcoin. That's the unfortunate part. The best part about retail getting in, at least they're understanding how to use their keys, how to buy and sell and use addresses. And that is why they're probably going to learn much more than the very, very, very lazy wealthy that are just going to be buying these spot Bitcoin ETFs. So let's move over to El Salvador. Bukele, the president there, he made the country $83 million of profit on their Bitcoin investment strategy. Now, what was this Bitcoin investment strategy? It was revenue from passport program, revenue from converting Bitcoin to USD for local businesses, Bitcoin from mining, and it was Bitcoin from revenue and government services. So they're going to probably be an example for other nations that aren't so huge that want to be a big player in the world. I think this is a very good opportunity for countries to go ahead and do this. And at least they have options with their revenue streams, which is really important. And I think people are going to really appreciate it, especially if they are a citizen of that country. Let's go on to Michael Saylor. This is from Bar Chart today. Interesting. A lot of people could probably take this in the wrong context, but it says, Chairman Michael Saylor, chairman of MicroStrategies, Michael Saylor has sold more than $23 million worth of Master MSTR, which is their ticker symbol, that's their stock, last week, and has sold more than $150 million worth since the start of the year. But let's go back. $23 million over the last week was sold of Master. Why did he do that? My thoughts is that he is buying Bitcoin like crazy. And because the more he buys Bitcoin, he understands that Bitcoin is finite. Bitcoin has an inelastic supply, which means that no matter how high the price goes or how fast it goes or how popular it is, there's still going to be 21 million coins out there. It's unlike gold, where, if gold prices rise to $15,000 tomorrow, there's going to be everybody and their mother is going to be a miner, and they're going to mine as much gold as possible, which is going to increase the supply. Same goes for pretty much everything else, but not Bitcoin. I think he understands that. I think he understands a lot of inflation issues that are happening. And I got a really interesting video for you as well. I'm going to do it in a couple days about the economy, and I think you're probably going to be very interested in it. Not a lot of people are talking about this. I love studying economics, been studying it for over 2 decades now, and it fascinates me. I'm a total geek with this stuff, and I think you'll enjoy. So I think Michael Saylor is making a very good choice right here. It's very strategic, and he's definitely going to be a leader in the financial, at least traditional financial world, as somebody that is probably like the Michael Burry of the modern day, you know what I mean? Or like the Big Short. If you think the Big Short was big, Michael Saylor is probably 100 times bigger than this, because he's actually got more of a long, I should say foresight. He's got a lot of foresight into what is going to be happening around the world. Whereas Michael Burry got very lucky in the Big Short, and he's been failing ever since. If you actually go back to his tweets, he actually shorted the market like a year ago or 2 years ago, and he just got obliterated. But Michael Saylor, no, he doubled down when it was around 15,500 or under 20,000. He's kicking butt. if you want to actually have some proof of this, here's a chart, here's a graph, and here is his actual purchases right here. Now let's go on to how long this cycle has to live. This is probably on everybody's minds. I'm going to keep going over different reasons why I think this on different videos, but I want to go over Bob Lucas's tweet today. He is starting to understand that people like me, people like Creddy Bull on Twitter are right about a left translated cycle, which means a bit of a shorter cycle. And he's starting to warm up to that idea. And here's what his tweet was today. Bitcoin is showing us a blow off type 4-year cycle, not a diminishing returns type. Also showing a left translated cycle, which means kind of a shorter cycle, or shorter end of a top. And in parentheses, he says, top before December is real if this doesn't cool off. Unless we get a 6-month consolidation, $70,000 to $100,000 to build into a super cycle. Sit tight. So that is good to know that I'm not alone in this. There's some other people that were calling for a blow off top this year and not, we don't have many years for this bull market. Anyways, if you would like to know more about my thoughts on the market and where I am placing my bets, I would definitely recommend you checking out learningcrypto.com, home of the CT Club. With that said, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.